Afternoon, Slashaholics, and welcome to the Trax Playhouse. But guess what? Not doing a cartoon today. We're doing a movie that's as close to a cartoon as possible, though. We are going to do the 1989 film No Holds Barred. And Josh and I have so many questions and so many thoughts that we can't waste any time. But Josh, you just got back from a meeting with a rival company who was trying to sign you to leave Trax. How did that go?
Yes, I went to a rival network. I met with the head of it. It was an 80s character actor. His name was 80s character actor. Apparently, it's like the villainous type. He's just kind of a generic looking dude, but yeah, kind of like a Kurt Fuller type person. He tried to woo me and everything. I said no. I said no. I said no. Um, he got violent, yelling, and he wrote me a check and said, "Here, this ought to do it." And I was like, "You're not hearing me." So I took it and I shoved it in his ear because he wasn't hearing me say no. And
Yeah.
as I'm leaving, his assistant was like, "Wow, I got respect for that Josh guy. He just, threw away a blank check." And I was like, "Wait, what? Did you say blank check?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so this is my last episode. So
Uh,
I want to
what?
I want to get all the stuff that kid in the movie Blank Check got, man. I want to have all that, like the go kart, all that stuff.
Well, I'm glad things are looking up for you. I was just going to tell you that the water and light bill got raised at the Trax Studios. We need
Eesh.
help, and you're leaving?
Well, was that not pretty badass? How I said no, you're not hearing me, and I shoved it in his ear. That was pretty cool, right? That
That's
was a good.
cool, but this is your last show. I don't care anymore.
Oh, you wouldn't take a blank check. Okay, okay. I might get to kiss a grown up woman, man, like the kid in Blank Check.
He does do that, and that he better have a blank check because or she better have one because that's a felony. She's going to jail.
Oh
She
wait,
needs all the money she can handle.
that's not as cool to do whenever you're an adult yourself. Uh, I'll
Hey,
stay. I'll stay. I'll stay. Oh, that's not.
no, we'll talk about it later. I will. You got to do what's best for business, just like Hulk Hogan does. And speaking of the Hulkster, blank checks, shoving stuff in ears, stuff not working for me, brother, because that doesn't work for me, brother. You leaving the network, Josh. Let's start talking about No Holds Barred.
Okay, and when we're done, let's hammer out a movie script over the next 2 days.
Sounds great.
All
Let's do
right.
it. Lock ourselves in a hotel room and just me and you,
No, no bars held.
the pre-equal to this film. All right, director for this film was a guy named Thomas J. Wright, and in my research, I tried to find any other film that he actually directed. He
Yeah.
he basically only did TV. Um, directed, yeah, directed episodes of Supernatural, NCIS, X Files, Max Headroom, and One Tree Hill.
Okay.
So he's all over the place. No other movie credits that I could find. Okay. Here's the cast. Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan, is Rip Thomas. And we all know he was in Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, Santa with Muscles, Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain, and some other stuff.
Muppets
Thunder
in
in Paradise.
Space.
What's it? Muppets in Space,
Young
Gremlins
Hercules.
2. What's that?
Young Hercules or something like that.
It never got released. Did that movie ever get released? I only saw it on the Hogan's reality show.
I thought it got released. It did not get released.
Well,
Now
it might have. I might have, but I missed it. I
we have
missed
a
it. But
high
okay.
tech system here at Slash Tracks of finding things out. It's a website called Go Ogle. It's pretty cool. No, most of the public doesn't have access to Go Ogle. Um,
All right, Josh. The lady who plays his love interest is Joan Severance,
uh-huh.
and she's Samantha Moore, and she was in the movie See No Evil, Hear No Evil, which I believe was like the Richard Pryor, um, Gene Wilder movie, if I remember correctly. Um, she was in Bird on a Wire, probably not a big part, and she was in the hit erotic thriller straight to video Criminal Passion. So she's, and I saw a lot of other titles where she was kind of like in the Red Shoe Diaries kind of stuff.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
wait, let me write that down. What was her name again?
Joan Severance. She's probably like 70 something now, by the way.
She wasn't then when
Yeah,
she did
no, she
Red Shoe
wasn't.
Diaries. By the way, Little Hercules is the name of the movie, and you can get it for
Yeah.
$10 on Amazon.
Kurt Fuller, our boy, plays Tom Brell. He's in The Running Man, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Ghostbusters 2, The New Guy, Bingo, Wayne's World, Scary Movie. He's in everything.
Okay, gotta say, first off, love Kurt Fuller. He's also an angel in Supernatural, like Zachariah or something like that.
Okay.
Love Kurt Fuller, but he was always a character actor. He was never the star. So when this movie starts and the headlining actor of the movie is Kurt Fuller, that's
It
where
was
your problem
Hogan.
starts.
Hogan was.
I thought it said Kurt Fuller first when the actor name started coming up.
He might have been the first name, but it's got to be Hulk Hogan, right?
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, like on the screen though, when the movie starts, like one of the first or second name you see is Kurt Fuller.
Yes, yes.
You've
It
got
was the second name.
you've
Yes.
got and you've got problems already because I love Kurt Fuller, but he was not a Tom Cruise or a Brad Pitt or a Hulk Hogan back then, and like they're gonna put this whole movie and its box office on his shoulders. He's the Hollywood A-lister they got for the movie, by the way. Love Kurt Fuller. If he's ever watching, I'm not putting him down, but I think even he would tell you I was the character actor. I was the co-star. Uh,
Okay.
it wasn't going to be Top Gun starring Kurt Fuller. Is my point. Okay.
I agree with you. That's why I'm not saying anything. I totally agree with you. Tommy Lister Jr. as Zeus. He was in Beverly Hills Cop 2, Universal Soldier, Trespass, Friday, Fifth Element, The Dark Knight, Little Nicky. He's in a ton. He's also a character actor.
Yeah. Before he also wrestled as Z Gangsta in WCW as Zeus. Between WWF and WCW, he broke Hulk Hogan's neck like 30 times. Just snapped it right in the ring, like in the movie. They kept repeating that, repeating that. Before he passed away, he was on Cameo,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
every video he did was like him waking up in bed in the morning
Hmm.
or laying down in bed, and his like mouth would be all dry and like white cake and like white cakey stuff in the corners. And most of the time he'd have like chips, like cracker crumbs all over him. And like his reviews were always like, I love Tiny, but he had crackers all over his face, and he didn't even say the company name right, and all this. Like I couldn't show this to our customers.
Yeah, and he was probably screaming the entire way through the cameo.
He seemed like a cool dude, though.
Okay, Josh, your boy, Mark Pellegrino, is Randy Thomas. He's Rip's brother. He's in Death Wish 4, The Crackdown. He's in Lethal Weapon 3. He's in Capote, which is the huge Oscar-winning performance from Philip Seymour Hoffman. And he's also in one of Josh's favorite shows, Paul Bennett, Dexter.
Yep, and Supernatural as Lucifer. Uh, Probably one of the greatest portrayals of Lucifer, like on TV. He did so good. And also like as a character, not as like the red horned Satan guy. Um, he was also on Lost, which was pretty cool.
He
Played
Mark
the island.
Pellegrino and Kurt Fuller both had a run on Supernatural, which was directed by the guy who directed this movie.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So that's a weird that yeah, let me double check my math here. Yes. Thomas J. Wright directed episodes of Supernatural. That has to be a connection.
That's cool.
It's got to be.
Yeah, they probably stayed.
Bill Henderson is Charlie. He was in the movie Clue. He I think Bill Henderson is the trainer. That looks you said looked like the trainer on Punch Out.
Yep.
And I think he looks like he's a rip-off Timu version of the trainer from Rocky 4. Charlie was in Clue, Fletch, City Slickers, Maverick, Lethal Weapon 4. He is also a character actor. Everyone in this movie is a character actor.
Everybody.
It's just Josh is right. There's nobody that can carry this movie is 100% on Hulk Hogan's shoulders. Like this is Hulk Hogan's chance to shine. Mark Pellegrino hasn't. This is probably like his first movie he's ever been in. Almost. He's not fully formed yet. This is on Rip's shoulders. Okay.
Okay.
The release date, June. What's that?
I never understood. They use WWF. They use Mean Gene. They use Jesse Ventura. And at the beginning of the movie, they just use some random guy fighting Hogan. They could have thrown out a Roddy Piper or something. Throw another wrestler a bone, for like 5 seconds at the beginning of the movie. But mostly, why even be Rip? Why not just be like this uh, larger than life version of Hulk Hogan? Like a movie version of himself. He could still have a different person as his brother. Like he could have still had Mark Pellegrino playing his brother. It doesn't have to be Hogan's real life. I can just say, I don't know, Vince. I don't really have a brother named that though. Brother. Well, no, we could just pretend that you do. It's a movie. But I don't have one though. Anyways, go ahead.
I have a couple answers for you, I think, that might clear this up. The wrestler he's wrestling in the opening scene is a WWF wrestler. It's Axe from Demolition.
No, I know, but they didn't put him in character. Is my point.
Okay, so and then here's the other thing. I think, and this is just me speculating, I think that Vince was like, if we brand Rip, we can make money off of Rip and we can still make money off of Hogan. I think they were trying to like somehow create another revenue source for both of them with this movie character.
Then when they did the pay-per-view for No Holds Barred, they should have had Hogan come out as Rip, like in the Rip
Well,
costume.
I think who says they didn't want to do that? We would have to look into it. The movie wasn't successful, so or it didn't make as much money as they wanted to, so they probably were like maybe tabled that idea. I don't know if that's the case because they did have Hogan wrestle Zeuss like many times in the
Exactly.
actual WWF. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
So like,
well, I have one other thought. I have one other thought. I think that I know that when Hulk Hogan was in the WWF in the 80s and the early 90s, I don't think he owned the Hulk Hogan name yet from Marvel. So I think that maybe if they used the Hulk Hogan name, image, and likeness for this film, they probably would have had to cut Marvel in as well. It's my guess. And I think I'm right, but
well,
I don't know for sure.
I'm gonna go with this. This is what happened. You know what, brother Vince? I can't do a Hogan voice. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you, dude.
Yeah, let me tell you, brother, dude. What I want to do, brother, is I want to extend my acting chops. I want to play a new character. I want to play somebody that's not me. I want to show people I can be something different. So
I have range. I have range, man.
yeah, I'm gonna show my range, brother. I'm gonna be Rip, Rip, Rip. What's a good last name, brother?
I don't even remember what's his
Taylor?
last. Rip Thomas.
Rip Thomas. Rip Thomas is who I'm gonna be, and he's gonna like do this and this, but instead of this, he's gonna like do like a thing, like a I love you, but he's gonna curve one of the fingers, brother. It's like I kind of love you is what that means, like I like you a lot, but don't really want a commitment right now.
Hang loose, almost.
But no, like he wanted to show his range, so he
Yeah.
played Rip instead of Hulk.
Instead, hey, let me tell you something, dude. This range thing's very important to me, man. If I want to go far in Hollywood, brother, instead of red and yellow do-rags, blue and white, dude. Instead of red and yellow tank tops, blue and white, dude. And also, I'm gonna really switch it up, dude. I'm gonna take the Ultimate Warrior's tassels and put them on my do-rag, brother.
And no leg
Yeah.
drop. I'm gonna show people I can really wrestle. I'm gonna do a double axe handle.
This movie was released on June 2nd, 1989, in the USA on a budget of $8 million. So the film grossed $16 million, so double its budget. Um, modest hit.
Wait. I thought the budget was 20 million.
No, 8 million, and it made
What?
16. Yeah.
I heard they broke even on it. What?
No, you know, for a movie to be successful, they have to do two and a half times the production and marketing. So this is 1989 money, so $8 million budget, $16 million,
Yeah, it says it.
probably
it-
broke even.
You're right about the 16 million. I wasn't doubting you, but it did more or less break even, is what it says. Vince made his money
Yeah,
back. So,
yeah, broke even. Hey, funny joke about this very topic. When Hogan was in WCW in '97, Vince was on commentary on Raw, and for some reason, somebody brought up No Holds Barred on air, and Vince was like, "Oh, ha ha ha, still waiting on Hogan to pay me that money I gave him for No Holds Barred, because he promised me that if the movie wasn't a big hit, he'd pay me back for what I paid him to do the film." Ha ha ha.
wow.
So was he trying? Because I think one of Hogan's movies was previewed at the same time on WCW, and somebody brought up Hollywood Hogan. So then Hogan took a chance to just like shit on Terry on air live, basically say Terry's a bad, didn't keep his word sort of deal. But whatever. I'm sure Vince bought Stampede Wrestling from Stu Hart and didn't pay him for it. Vince did a lot of weird crap like
Oh,
that.
well, he could have at least done Stu like he did Jack Tunney when he bought out Jack Tunney's territory.
Give him a job.
Make him the vice president of. I mean, for years I thought Jack Tunney was making all the roles, man.
Can you imagine Stu
Did you know
Hart as a
Vince did you know Vince was the owner before the screw job?
I didn't. Okay, yes, I did but not until like the early '90s because my older brother had a magazine where
Oh,
Vince was giving an interview where they described him as the owner of the WWF. But on air, a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people just thought he was a commentator. I actually did know that.
as a kid, I just didn't know.
Um, All right, so critics. Let's get to critics here. Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score is 10%, so not very good. And the audience score, which is typically better for films like this, is also not good, 34%.
Yeah, it's
So the movie is, universally kind of panned. Our boys, Siskel and Ebert, Josh, gave it a resounding two thumbs down. They found it to be poorly made, violent, and a sexist portrayal of Hulk Hogan's wrestling character. Roger Ebert, your favorite critic, described the movie as disgusting.
oh my god. You know what I got to say to Cisco and Ebert?
What?
What's that smell?
Your reviews are dookie. All right, fun facts in production. So let's go to that segment. Okay, so Hogan and Vince didn't like the first script, which is what you were telling me in the green room, and they locked themselves in a hotel room for 72 hours and rewrote the entire film themselves.
Yep,
Um, did I had heard that they like would only take a break to work out and then like drink a beer and then like go back into the hotel room.
that's crazy. And you
That
can
is
totally
crazy.
tell that they did that. That I'm glad to know there was at least beer involved. Um,
Oh yeah, not coke, not schmocaine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The opening
Snow cane.
wrestling
Snow
match,
cane. Call it snow cane.
the opening wrestling match was filmed in one take, so they had no cuts or anything. It was filmed in one shot.
And by the way, I did know who that was. I was just saying they made him look like a nobody indie wrestler, like an enhancement talent. Uh,
Jake Bullet, Jake Bullet.
they didn't. They should have just had him playing his character, man.
Do you know who he looked like? Axe, who he looked like to me.
Who?
Do you remember the Nintendo game Pro Wrestling?
Oh yeah.
He looks like the first character you wrestle with the black trunks and the black boots and the black hair.
That's who he
Jake Bullet,
was. That's what he
Yeah,
was.
Jake Bullet is a direct ripoff of the Nintendo pro wrestling character.
Here comes the axe. Here comes the smash. I love their theme music.
Zeuss was included in WWF TV and pay-per-view, just like we talked about, many times over. And big rumor, not rumor, truth was everybody would say that worked with Zeus that he couldn't wrestle on like a Hollywood screen and he couldn't wrestle in a WWF ring. So he
Uh,
couldn't wrestle at all.
no, no, he just screamed, put his arms in the air, hit people, and broke their neck. He
Hit
broke
his
so many
chest.
necks, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, even when I was a kid, like I was 6 or 7, and I saw that Zeus was coming to the WWF, I was like, this is a character. This isn't a real. This isn't a real. Zeus is not real.
Yeah,
Like I knew he wasn't real even when I was like 6.
it's weird. It's
It
weird.
made no sense to me. Hogan uses the axe bomber as his finishing move instead of the leg drop, which is what we talked about. Josh, as a former pro wrestler, which finishing move would have looked better on camera?
A clothesline, maybe. Um, oh my God, man. The double axe handle, everybody does. Even, I mean, that's one of them finisher or one of the moves even back then. Because now, back then, nobody did the DDT except for Jake Roberts. Now everybody does the DDT.
Yeah,
But that double axe handle, everybody did that. The Rockers did that. Enhancement Talent did that. Like Jerry Taylor or whatever. Just random people. You're watching WWF Superstars from '89, and it's like, who's going to win, Demolition or John Smith and Jack Terry? Who's it going to be? Um, yeah, leg drop. He should have just stuck with the leg drop. Honestly, it would have. I can imagine slow motion leg drop looking cooler than the double axe handle
oh, definitely. I think it was just an attempt to try to like make money off of a new character.
to show his
Um,
range. He could do something different.
um, okay, so we talked about this. Hogan says he had a dream for the final fight between him and Zeus while passed out on the hotel toilet.
I believe it. I believe that 100%.
Hey, listen, Vince, you will not believe the shit that just came out of me on the toilet, brother.
Well, wait a second. First, before you tell me, I got to ask you, Hogan, what's that smell?
Well, it's Dookie, but it's also
Did
the
you say Dookie?
climactic. Yeah,
We got to put that in the script. Hold on. No, but go ahead. What's your dream?
it's also, I shit out, dinner, but I also shit out this climactic final fight scene, dude. Hey, here's a fun fact. Did you know Buff Bagwell was an extra in this film?
No, that's
Okay,
cool.
Buff the Stuff Bagwell is in the background of when Zeus shows up at the kids like Hulk Hogan wrestling camp, and Buff Bagwell's in the background, like in the hard camera shot. Buff is like to the right of Hogan.
Okay. I have to
Yeah,
go back and watch that part. I watched it on VHS, which was so cool. Getting to watch the VHS, the tracking and everything. It was so
that's
awesome.
great.
I was afraid
I
my
watched
VCR was going to eat it though.
I watched it on DVD this morning, and I remember buying it in like 2005, 2007, 2006 when it came out, like they re-released it
Yeah.
on DVD for the first time, and there's no special features. The only special features are a photography slide,
Oh my god.
just photos of the movie.
And it
Yeah,
was a DVD.
bare
You say DVD or
bones.
Blu-ray?
It's a DVD.
I wonder if there's a Blu-ray that has special features yet.
And the special features for the Blu-ray, the 4K version of No Holds Barred, is they actually have hotel security footage of when Hogan was on the toilet coming up with the final fight scene. It's all grainy and like enhanced. He's got his wrestling tights down on the ground by his boots. He hops up
Vince,
off the toilet.
Vince, come here. Okay, I just picture that, and he's like, Vince, I got the coolest idea from a dream. And Vince is like, hold on, what first? What's that smell?
First off, Hogan, do everybody in this hotel room a favor and wipe your ass first.
Wash that dookie. Um,
Okay, WrestleMania 4. Listen to this. I bet you did not know this. There's no
okay,
way.
all right.
Because I didn't know it. And if I didn't know it, nobody knows it. right? Because I'm so smart. WrestleMania 4 was supposed to be Zeuss versus Hogan. That was supposed to be the main event. Um, he wanted real revenge for his movie defeat, and the problem was Zeus just could not work at all in the ring. Like,
Yeah.
could not do it.
And you can't have two people in the ring who can't work a match.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I have another. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
I always kind of wondered, like, Macho Man is the champion at this point. He won the tournament at WrestleMania 4. So when Hogan's filming this, Macho's the champion, okay? But in the movie, Hogan's the champion. Did Macho ever feel a certain kind of way that, like, even in the movies, Hogan was still the main guy, even when Macho had the actual belt?
Probably, and Hogan also stole the different colored strap idea from the Warrior.
It was white.
Yeah, he's got the winged eagle in the movie. Again, I don't know why they didn't just go full WWF with it. But
That's
yeah, that's kind of what it
funny.
feels. By the way, the main event of four was Ted and Macho Man, and that was like a
Mhm.
really good match, amazing match.
Yeah,
Love.
that tournament was a good idea. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Um, okay, Hogan broke Zeus's nose for real. Um, so during filming of the fight scene, Hogan actually broke Zeus's nose. Um, Hogan also cut his hands on the glass that he broke in the mirror scene. So when he's doing the double axe handle, he breaks his it like actually bled all over the place. We talked about this on an episode, the last episode of Slash Tracks News. Hogan actually choked Kurt Fuller for real with the check. So Hogan was doing a lot of stuff like not movie magic. He was just like kind of going full out.
yeah. He like really electrocuted Kurt Fuller. No, but he really did knock the Law and Order dude out, Belzer, on TV around this time too, didn't he?
It was they were promoting WrestleMania 1
Okay, that was a few
and
years before. Yeah.
he like he choked him out and just dropped him. Slashaholics, go out of your way to find Hulk Hogan on I think it was a show Hot Topic. It was hosted
Yep.
by Richard Belzer. Hogan just drops him like a limp fish. He cracks his head on the back of the ground. Thank God WrestleMania 1 was a success, Josh, because he sued Hogan for a lot of money, man.
Yeah. Which
Like
he
that was a
asked Hogan to
bad
do
deal.
it, though.
What'd you say?
If I was the judge, I'd be like, well, he did ask Hogan to do it, you know?
Yeah, it's still though. I mean, Hogan should have known better. Hogan knew the deal. Like that was. I think that I read in Hogan's book, and this might be one of the true things he said in his book. This might actually be true.
One of the two? Okay.
Hogan and Mr. T were like doing press all over the place for WrestleMania 1. Like they were doing every show you could possibly be on, every interview, everything. Um, and Hogan was just tired. He was just tired, and he was tired of getting the same questions. And Richard Belzer was like his third or fourth interview that day, and he's just like, I just don't want to deal with this crap. Like, and he just kind of snapped.
Okay.
So sounds true, probably is. All right. So, and also Hogan still owes Vince money. We talked about this earlier. Hogan said he'd pay his salary for the film back if the film lost money. But I guess technically 8 million to 16 million, it broke even. So Hogan saw things a little differently.
I don't think Vince is getting that money back.
No way. Yeah, they're still trying to figure out Hulk Hogan's will right now, and they're like, Vince is like, Vince's music hits while they're in the boardroom trying to figure out the Hulkster's will. No chance. That's what you got.
You sent me that conspiracy thing that popped up I've heard about, and it's like, they're like, ask questions, dig deeper, and it's like, 71-year-old man that had a bunch of surgeries, and chronic back problems and stuff. I don't think there's much of a mystery there.
Well, you think there's a lot of we got to talk about that on the news show. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with Hulk Hogan's passing. Um,
He
I
was
just
in
think it
really
would be
bad
great.
health, and he was getting put under. When you're like 70 and in bad health and you're getting surgeries left and right, it's not there's like a 70% chance it's gonna happen.
He didn't die on the table. He died at
No, but it was
home,
complications.
allegedly. They haven't even released any of the CCT. They haven't released any of the footage, any of the 911 call. I heard that it's possible that he was prescribed opiates, and that was a big no-no for the Hulkster because his body could not handle that, and he might have OD'd because the doctor was writing scripts.
Well, what I was getting at was like anesthesia. Whenever you're in bad health and advanced age,
Oh
uh,
yeah,
there's a
yes.
really good chance that you're going to have that you might not wake up on your own,
Hmm.
and you might be in a coma. That you might not come out of, or if you do, you're going to have complications. And I think that his luck ran out because he did so many of them at such an advanced age.
Well, he had so how many surgeries are on record for Hogan? He said he had like
Yeah,
40 surgeries.
it was almost 50. I think it was like 43 surgeries, 44 or something by the end of it. That's a
Yeah.
lot of anesthesia to get put under for, especially as he was getting on in age. And you get complications from that when you're that old, and he was not in good health. And I'm not talking bad. I'm not. This isn't me. This is just facts.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I understand. Let's talk about the plot real quick. I'm
What?
gonna so yeah, I'm gonna talk about the plot. We're gonna break like here's the plot slashaholics, and as we progress in this show and this series and everything, it's not like Slash Track Saturday Morning. It's not beat for beat. Here is the Reader's Digest version of No Holds Barred's plot. Rip Thomas is an extremely popular wrestler for the WWF. He's the world champion. Kurt Fuller's character Brell is searching for ways to make his TV channel popular and to rise from the last place in the ratings. He wants to sign Rip to his network. Josh asked a very, very good question. To do what? He doesn't have a wrestling organization, so it makes no sense. So he's trying to sign Hogan. They have a little meeting. Hogan turns him down. So Brell decides, okay, well, if he's not going to sign with me, I guess I'm going to have to like scout out other people to potentially be a Rip-esque character because people want to see fighting or wrestling.
Yeah.
He discovers Zeuss, starts the Battle of the Tough Guys, which is kind of like old UFC, like anything goes. Like, you just don't kill the guy. That's basically the format of his fighting that he starts. Gets really popular. Still refuses to join, and now Brell, the TV guy, and Zeuss, the psychopath that Brell discovered, will stop at nothing to get Rip in the ring and ultimately put Zeuss over in the climactic finale of Battle of the Tough Guys, season 3 or whatever. What season were we at this point when they were
Right.
wrestling?
I think they were just at the
Yeah, who knows?
championship round. Rip, Rip doesn't think that you're worthy of being thrown into a trash can. He thinks you're worse than trash. Like that whole scene in the gym is like what? Um,
He
he beats up his brother too.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, I'm glad Josh is bringing all this up because we have a new segment called Questions and Thoughts on Slash Tracks reviews. But the other little tweak to the plot is so Rip is the only way that Brell is going to get Rip into the ring is like assault his brother, assault his new girlfriend, try to have the girlfriend sleep with him. This is when she was working for Brell. She won't do it because she really likes Rip. Um, in the end. He's basically stopping at nothing to get Rip in the ring. And then at the end, he still doesn't believe that Zeuss can beat Rip. And he kidnaps the girl.
Yeah,
And she eventually gets away. And now Rip can actually fight Zeuss instead of just do the job for Zeuss. So,
I tell you what, I really thought that first off, when I was a kid, this movie I loved it. Like it was just I laughed, I cried, I ran in place. It was fun. I ripped off my shirts. Watching it as an adult, I had lots of questions. Um, One, I thought that they were onto something whenever Kurt Fuller hits the woman, and I'm not saying like hitting a woman with oh they got something there. No,
Josh is like, I really like this part. Whoa,
and
baby.
I'm replaced. No, it like zooms over onto the toadies, the lackeys of Kurt Fuller's character,
Mm.
and like they have this look on their face like they just lost any respect for their boss. Like wow, I can't believe he just
He
hit a
went Yeah, he went way too far with that one.
but they don't do anything with that story. Like by the next time you see them, they're still just doing everything he wants. They're chasing her, holding her prisoner. You know, it would have been neat to see them turn on him in that final act, and and them be the ones that let her go. You know, when they realize, you know, like their boss had gone too far. I thought they were setting that up whenever they showed their faces like that, because I couldn't remember most of the movie as an adult. But I thought that's what they were setting up, that they were going to end up turning on Kurt, and they were going to be the reason why she got loose at the end. And that would have been a really cool story. That would have been good writing because they had a scene that would have set that in motion, don't you think?
They should. I totally agree with you. They should have had the guy who wrote the Saved by the Bell episode where they go to the attic, because that was good writing, and it was also good writing for the last He-Man episode I reviewed. They should have had those directors direct this film. You're right. You're correct. They had no. They built it up to like, because he's been terrible to the people who work for him
Yeah.
for the whole film, except for basically those two guys, who, by the way, Slashaholics. That has to be Pat Patterson and Bruce Pritchard, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Um,
Yeah.
so he's firing people on the spot. He's, physically assaulting females. He's like, dude, he's a really evil guy, which is crazy because in the movie they set Brell up as having just took over the network.
Yeah.
So he just started this job. How does he have this many evil connections already in the city?
Maybe he used all those people over time to get to where he was, you know, and move up the company. He's got blackmail on all of them.
No, seriously, how does he have? He just started this job. How does he have this many connections? It doesn't make sense. Where was he at before this job?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he just got promoted from within because he paid attention and learned blackmail and all these people and
Yeah,
like made them get him promoted.
they
Uh,
he's at the net. He's How hard would it be to be promoted there? He's at the last place network. I
he's
mean,
CBS. I or Fox. I was I've had this issue writing before where like I get to like the conclusion of a book, like let's say Primal, the one I just wrote. I got my author copy and it's like that thick. It's like really thick, 500 pages. Where I write a scene and I forget for a second that a certain character doesn't have all the information that I have or that the reader has. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's like, oh, never mind, he wasn't there for that. It's real easy to mess up on that. I think Vince and Hogan made that mistake, but they didn't catch it. At the end of the movie, which we're gonna jump all around. We're not like just done at this, but like when Braille gets electrocuted, the whole crowd starts cheering that, and it's like, okay, but the crowd hasn't seen the movie up to this point to know that Braille is a piece of crap that hits women, kidnaps women, and all that stuff.
yeah,
All
yeah.
they know is that there's a guy up there dying right now that Hogan Rip was going after for some reason caused his death. I mean, Braille caused his own death, but you know Hogan scared him into falling into the stuff he shorted out, and the crowd's just woo, murder that mother, get him! Like that was bad writing, I believe. It's like they think because the crowd's cheering this scene, like watching the movie, that crowd should cheer. It's like, yeah, but Vince Hogan, they don't know. Like,
They just the audience literally sees the head of Fox like die accidentally, and they love it.
yeah, yeah, they're just cheering,
Makes no sense. They're like, we like Married with Children. We like The Simpsons. Fucking
right?
Hogan, God. Um. Oh, hey, before we what Josh did right there is the new segment, questions and thoughts. I want to ask one more thing before we just full on do questions and thoughts.
Okay.
When was the first time you saw this movie, and what were your initial thoughts? Like any
Rented it.
memories?
I rented it as soon as it came out as a kid. When the first time we saw it in the video store, and I laughed. The Dookie part always made me laugh as a kid, and I was a Hulkamaniac, so yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I don't remember this movie coming to my local theater. Um, Our theater was weird. We were on the coast. Like a movie had to be huge to come to the theater in my town. I don't remember this movie coming to the theater. I remember it coming on VHS like 1990, something like that. Like because tapes used to take forever. And I think I waited my turn to rent it. I think it took a while for me to rent it too, because I think they only had a couple copies. But when I saw it, when I first saw it, I was like, man, this is awesome. I loved the scene with the Dookie that everybody talked about that on the playground.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense because he wet his pants through his butt.
Yeah.
What was this guy? What is Brell feeding his limo drivers? What is on the craft services table at Brell's TV
Straight,
headquarters office?
straight hot wing sauce. That's all he
Like
eats.
what? Yeah, what is he?
Chipotle.
he the limo driver is only allowed to eat Taco Bell. Um, yeah, I don't know what that. Josh, where'd you go?
Here. Sorry. Sorry.
Did Thanos snap you out of existence?
Lost
All
half.
right, so yeah, first time I saw it, just like you, rented it at a movie store when I got lucky and it just happened to be there. My initial memories were I thought it was great. I thought it was funny. Thought it should have been the biggest box office hit of '89, probably because I was six. Um, all right, we're gonna do all the breakdown at the end, but I want to just kind of get into the new segment, questions and thoughts.
Yep.
And my first question, Josh, we all know that Vince McMahon is a on record as a terrible driver. He just had the terrible accident recently, three-car pileup where he was going like 80 to 90 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Was Vince driving the limo that captured Hulk and was like Hulk's in the back kicking the limo doors and stuff?
Yeah.
Why is the limo driver so distracted that he's got to drive through like fruit stands and big panes of glass and like slide the car like against buildings and stuff? What's going on there? Is that Vince driving?
It's got to be. I have the same note. Like, there's nothing Hogan's doing that would cause the whole car to like swerve and stuff.
Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Okay, here's another one. Okay, is Brell, Josh, I'm asking you this question. Since Vince wrote this movie, is Brell just an extension of the actual Vince? Like, is it just Vince? Like, you know when Ted Bundy uh conversations with a killer, they like tape him and they're like, hypothetically, Ted, what would a serial killer do in this situation? And he's just like talking but not admitting to it.
Yeah.
Is this Vince when he says contracts are just words, I need Rip signed, and he's doing all these evil things? Is this actually Vince? Is Brell Vince?
Maybe like an exaggerated version. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, Million Dollar Man, like, is an extension of Vince.
Oh,
This
yeah.
feels very Vince to me. Josh, can you imagine negotiating a contract with Zeuss or trying to train Zeuss? What would that look like, Josh? Give the Slashaholics an idea of what that would look like.
Well, the guy that's Hogan's trainer in the movie that never trains him once was supposed to be Zeus's trainer at one point, and he hurt him or something. So I guess that's what that is. Um, it's like Zeus, we give you money, you kill guy. That's the here money, here money, here money, buy things.
Zeus, I'm your trainer. We're doing 3 sets of 12 reps today. He's just like ripping the equipment apart. You have to
Actually,
constantly buy him new training equipment.
when he's training, he's like, actually, if you don't mind, I'd rather just do some squats today and work on my deadlifting. Tomorrow, though, I will gladly do what you say, training.
You're right though. The trainer for Hogan for Rip, there's not 1 second of footage where he's actually training Rip.
Well, he's perfect. Who needs? Well, doesn't need training. Like he doesn't need to practice. He's Rip.
This is ridiculous. Okay. Here's a thought. Zeus better win the battle of the tough guys, Josh, because he just threw an innocent woman, the cocktail waitress, through a table on live TV. So whatever money Zeus wins, if he wins, he's basically working for nothing, right? Because he just assaulted a woman on live TV.
I mean, Rip destroyed a bunch of stuff and caused a man's death, but I guess we're just going to skate over that at the end with the freeze frame, you know. Um,
Rip.
Instead of
Okay.
freeze frame, it cuts to like the corpse of Brell up there. You know, his eye sockets are gone and smoke's just come, or his eyeballs are gone, empty eye sockets with smoke pouring out. You know, just like he's defecated himself and everything, and he's
Oh no. Hey, which one got promoted? Pat Patterson or Bruce Pritchard after Burrell passed away up there in the booth?
hopefully neither of them because they're the teeny wangers. Um,
Couple tiny itty bitty
hey,
wangers.
as a kid, and I saw this movie a lot. I have a Mandela effect about that.
Okay,
I
go for it.
remember, I remember it being the teeny weenies.
Teeny weenies.
Yep,
Teeny wangers.
I don't remember
Um,
wingers. When I heard that, I was like, "That's not right. That's not right." But
why is Rip doing push-ups in his underwear off the bed at 3 in the morning?
so we could have a joke to where the woman thinks that he's like doing some self care. That's what the whole scene is supposed to imply, that he's like either getting it on with somebody next to her or doing some self care. And
Like, he's all
what?
Hogan's negotiating the terms of the match on his side of the Brady Bunch sheet, like they're splitting the bed.
Yeah,
And Hogan's like, all right, little Hogan, I'm going over tonight, dude. Just like always. You're going to do the job for me tonight, little Hogan.
I just feel like that they had to come up with something for the joke, for the punchline to be this. He's not actually doing something dirty, and
He's
that's the best they could come up with. But when she opens it and you see his heels, I thought it was like he had like a really weird shaped butt or something at first when I was a kid.
I knew it
That
wasn't his
little
butt
butt,
because
tiny butt,
I knew it wasn't his butt because the skin on the feet didn't look like boiled hot dogs.
right? Right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. I have this written down. She's got a really bad attitude as love interest, and she's just moody and not feeling Rip.
She's a
I
bad
think
guy.
her
She's a bad
yeah,
guy.
yeah, her whole attitude would change if she just let him hit her with his finisher. Like everything would change if she just let him hit her with the double axe handle a couple times. I don't understand why she just will not let Hogan go over in that hotel room. It's ridiculous. Okay, here's another note about that. So she finally sleeps with him after she's not being paid to blackmail, to like seduce him. She's
Yeah.
like, I can't do that. I can't sleep with him. It's like not morally correct. But then as soon as she's not working for Brell, she sleeps with him.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. So here's another note. Here's another note. As soon as they're about ready to sleep with each other, they're laughing and Hulk's gonna let Rip's gonna lay her down on the couch. Zeuss shows up on the TV and actually cock blocks Rip from the TV. Rip, I know you out there, Rip. I know you're about ready to hit her with the double axe handle, Rip. I
Well,
need you.
also, Rip's little brother knows, and Rip's friend, Rip's little brother's friend,
Yeah,
makes it seem like who?
I don't know I don't have his name written down.
Okay, I think him and Rip's little brother. What's Rip's little brother's name again?
Randy.
Randy. Rant. Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
got a crazy thought for you for a second that you probably never thought about in your life, but you're going to be like, holy crap. Watch me be wrong. You're like, no, I thought about that all the time. Be honest with
Randy.
this reaction. Macho Man comes out to Pomp and Circumstance, right?
Mhm,
The graduation music.
mhm.
His brother, the genius, comes out wearing the graduation gown. Did
Yeah,
you, right? Is this like some inside joke that they had? And did you ever think of that? That he
I
comes
never
out,
put those together ever until you just said that. No, I
right?
never did.
See,
No.
like what if he knew that his brother wanted to be the genius and wear this outfit and come out to pomp and circumstance, but Randy's like, oh no, little brother, I'm gonna mess that. he's like, yeah, Vince, I'm the Macho Man. He's like, okay, well, we got you the YMCA song rights. Brother, pomp and circumstance. Oh yeah.
His dad, Angelo Poffo, his gimmick, his first gimmick was the principal. It's the principal, Angelo Poffo, yeah, and I'll give you detention, yeah, if you get out of line, Lanny, yeah.
Well, I mean, it just hit me the other day watching old wrestling. I was like, wait, he's coming out to the graduation music, and his little brother's dressed like a graduate. What the heck? But no,
Dude, and hey, Lanny, if you're a wrestling fan, which you probably are if you're watching this, Lanny the Genius was the only guy in that family that Hogan let beat him.
count out. But yeah, he beat him.
He beat him on that entire house run like that. Same match over and over again.
Um, him and Perfect were a great team.
Yeah.
It's funny during wrestlers, even heels, were having to build up this movie when it was coming out. The Genius came out on the Superstars and like did a poem about No Holds Barred and said it was great. Hogan did good, but the punchline of the poem was that they should have had the Genius playing Rip. That was
Okay.
it. But he like was building up the movie and saying he wouldn't say anything bad about it, and it's like, wow,
Really?
I get it. You got to sell the movie, but like even anyways, um, Randy and his friend seemed like they were more than just friends.
Oh,
Like
you
he's
really?
he seemed more worried about Randy than the woman or anybody that was around Randy. They did everything together. Everything they did, they went together. They were always at home together, sitting right next to each other on the couch.
Eating popcorn.
And I'm just saying, it was a different time. Maybe that's. But no, they go to that fight outside where Brell and Zeuss and everybody's there. And as they're leaving, they fall or they run into them. And it's like, oh, a couple Zeuss fans, y'all enjoy the show. And his friend
I know.
is like, no, this is Rip's brother. And it's like, excuse me. It's like, okay, you just got him killed. Like you both know how dangerous these people are, and you're like, oh yeah, well this is the guy's brother that you want to piss off. So you know what? If you really want to get to Rip, this is the guy you should name right here.
Why? Okay. Why on God's green earth are they wearing ripped shirts? I know they're under the jacket, but still, come on, man. You're in enemy territory here. This is a dumb move. You know what I think? I think Randy, Rip's brother, and the guy, I think they were having a lover's spat. Like Randy did something. Randy actually showed interest in someone other than him,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You bitch, That's it. You're a bitch. I'm gonna like tell Brell and Zeus who you really are." And he was like getting back at him,
Okay. There you
right?
go. That's a good
Yeah,
that's a good one. Has my audio
yeah.
been really quiet up to this point? If so, I apologize.
Well, we can adjust it in the studio, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
It was a little bit lower though. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What were you doing? What happened?
My
Did Brell
microphone, my microphone kept moving like the swivel, and I just realized it was like it's like even further away from me. I had to pull it back. It was, I guess I've got bad breath, and it's like
melting the mic? Okay, here's a question. I got more questions.
Okay.
All right. Okay, here we go. So when the girl is about ready, Sam is about ready to get SA'd in the like car park part, like where you park your car,
Yeah.
How does okay, this is a big city, okay? I assume Rip lives in a large city. He's riding his Harley. He just happens to show up. Is Rip stalking Sam first of all? Because she's going to work. Why does Rip show up? And how does he show up with perfect timing to save her?
I know, right? Maybe they had that set up and scheduled, the attack. She's like, I can't do an essay at 12. Can you do 12:30? Rip's supposed to be dropping by. Um,
Like Rip's going nowhere. Rip is just riding his Harley to where she's carrying a briefcase. She's going to work. Rip got one little bit of booty and he's just sprung. He has to be around her now. Man, I'll tell you what, dude. That was some good nookie, dude. Gotta see what she's doing. Uh, Rip, she's going to work. Like, I don't think it's a great idea that you're showing up randomly to her job. No, gotta go see her, dude. Got to. Yeah. When he finishes, hey, when he finishes, does he like, and he's done? Is he over top of her and he goes, rip him?
Yep, that's exactly what happens. She's gonna need some surgery to fix that rip.
Samantha, I'm your doctor. I don't want to ask you questions about your sex life. It's your own business. But it looks to me, based on previous cases I've had of females coming in here with this similar problem. Did you sleep with Rip Thomas? Hmm?
You know that
Did
name's not from wrestling, right? That's
he
not where
rips he rips labias? Did he celebrate? Did he celebrate after he mangled you? Did he do this? Yeah. He's a villain. He does this to a lot of females, mostly ad exec agency ladies, like on Who's the Boss.
yeah.
Angela Bauer is next. Okay, Josh. He's in the parking place. He finds her almost being essayed. He picks the dude up on the motorcycle and he drives the dude across the road into the woods,
Yep.
hits the brakes and slams this bad guy into a tree. He right? He tried to end this guy's life.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's so Rip attempted unaliving Rip for sure. Yes.
First degree unaliving. He said
Because
what
he
was.
he
Yeah.
tells the guy, "You, me, and the tree."
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and also I know he could have called self-defense on the fight in the garage or whatever with the dookie and all that, but some of the stuff he did, somebody would have been dead in that. Not to mention during the final fight, or you
Yeah.
know, like when they're at the bar,
Yeah.
the fighting that's going on there, there's somebody's going to be unalive. Nobody. Do you think when like you ask somebody if there's a local bar and you ever seen Stefan from SNL
No, I haven't.
where he like talks? It's like Bill Hader talking about the hottest nightclub in New York and stuff. You never saw that?
I haven't. I
Oh,
missed a lot of those seasons
okay.
with
Well,
Hager and Kristen Wiig.
uh, anyways, he would always talk every time he would like explain a place. It would be like real crazy, and there would always be a little person involved. And I was thinking of the bar with the fighting, you know, with the little guy throwing peanuts from the cage, you know.
In the cage, yeah, in the cage.
Yeah. This bar has everything. It's got fights to the near death. It's got human Tweety birds. It's like, wait, what's a human Tweety bird? It's where a little person is in a bird cage and throws peanuts at you while you watch. I don't know. Um, anyways, you'd have to see Stefan to understand what I'm saying. Maybe somebody watching has. But anyways,
Oh, well, here's another thing. Zeuss attempts to kill Rip in the ring, right? He rips that ring post off, and he's gonna throw that through Rip's torso. He's gonna
yep,
kill him.
yep,
Which, by the way, Slashaholics, the only rules to Battle of the Tough Guys, and they've said it multiple times, you can do anything. You just can't kill the guy.
yep,
So if Zeuss kills Rip, that means Rip would win. Rip would still go over
yep.
and be the champion of Battle of the Tough Guys because he got killed illegally. So, yeah, Hogan still goes over even in death.
And oh my God, Zeus's outfit is so ridiculous. If you've got to have three people taking your jacket off of you for you because you can't do it yourself, you're not as cool as you think you are. Speaking of that post in the ring, whenever Zeuss gets knocked off the top, like we both talked about this beforehand.
Yeah, yeah. Say that. Tell
He's
everybody.
unalived. He's not getting up from it. He's gonna fall through the ring and get impaled by that post.
Yes,
He's
because it was
done.
through the center. The post he threw at Rip is still down there. They didn't have anybody move it down. You know what would be even crazier is if like the Ultimate Warrior was down there waiting for the trapdoor entrance, and the post goes through.
Is it not sad that because of that trap door, Davy Boy Smith's career was ended?
Oh, his life was
It might have
ended.
been what led to his death, really, because of that injury.
Pain
So
pill stuff, like Yeah, that was not good.
Also, the Warrior could act like he appeared in the ring through smoke in 1998.
Okay, here's another thought. So this may be the weirdest montage for like a training montage scene I've ever seen, and I'll tell you why. So it shows Zeus training. He's doing everything he can to get ready for this fight with Rip. Meanwhile, we go to the hospital where Randy Thomas is the one training. Rip is training his brother with like physical therapy. So it cuts from like Zeus doing all these great feats of strength, and then it cuts to Randy, not Rip, like barely walking, like stretching his arms out, eating jello, drinking the little grade school milk, by
Being cradled
himself,
by his buddy. Or, yeah,
being rocked to sleep by his friend. Yeah,
which we're
no, just
totally cool with. All the power to them. Like that.
fine.
I'm happy. Mazel tov, really.
We're just saying.
Yeah,
Also, it's just the weirdest montage ever.
it
Rip
is.
does no actual training for this fight, which I guess makes sense because his trainer can't be bothered to actually train him in this film. So,
Only advice and teaching he gives him is like, yeah, I trained Zeus back in the day. Well, I was his trainer. We never really did anything,
he
but
fired me.
he fired me because I didn't ever train. I didn't never showed up to actually do any training.
I just
But
wore the satin jacket that said Zeus on the back and showed up to the fights. That's it.
he's a
That's all
bad
I.
guy, though. He's a bad guy.
He killed somebody in the ring. I couldn't control him. Oh, really? Why couldn't you control him? Because he was just crazy? No, I couldn't control him because I never actually showed up to any of the training sessions.
It's like he used to wrestle as oh my god, I just forgot the ECW guy's name.
Z
Who was he?
Money,
Huh?
Z Gangster.
No, yeah, but who's the guy that stabbed people in the head?
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, everybody was afraid to wrestle him in ECW. Why can I not remember this guy's name?
Oh, Abdullah the Butcher?
No, younger, like from ECW, like one of the
Oh, New Jack?
yes, Zeus is actually New Jack, he said he killed somebody.
Zeus? Hey, Zeus, listen, this is Slashaholics. This is one of the rare times I'm going to be on Zeus's side because I think Zeus snapped and was so angry going forward and actually accidentally killed that guy was because he had spent so much money for the services of the trainer, and the trainer never actually showed up, never helped him, never set up any exercises. Zeus was dealing with a lot of stress financially, and he's paying out all this money to this trainer who's doing nothing. Zeus snapped.
Zeus's gym looks like it's never been touched until Rip gets there.
Oh, it's totally a trap. It's a booby trap. That's not his real gym. Come
Oh,
on.
okay. It had all that. It even had a TV that was no, that was his gym. It had a TV playing for Zeus to hear while he's working out. Rip thinks you're trash, thinks you're less than trash, and
Okay, you're right. But why are there 10 posters of Rip around? But it's not like Rip being menacing or like mad. It's just like he's smiling on like a 6x9,
it's the poster for the movie.
Yes. Yeah. This is ridiculous. I have one more thought
Hold
before
on.
we
If
go ahead.
I just wanted to finish my thought on the gym. He finally finds the camera and throws something at it, and one of the toadies watching it jumps. Whoa,
because
don't do that. Don't do that, Alex. Don't do that. Ah!
the toady must have been the limo driver when Rip was kicking in the back.
Oh, God.
Ah!
Oh, please don't do that. Oh, my gosh. Ah!
Here I come.
Ah!
All right. This is my last thought. Brell calls Rip and tells him to do the job. So Brell's telling him, listen, Rip, make it look good for 10 minutes. And then you're losing. I want your shoulders on the mat. And what does Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. Rip, what is he going to say to Brell, Josh?
He's going to say, well, yeah, I'm a wrestler. I was waiting for you, the booker, to tell me who was going over. But
No.
I've got this little thing here, little card, and that's not going to work for me, brother.
Yep. There
There's
you
my
go.
creative control. which
There
I
you
never
go.
use. I never use this, but I'm using it here.
I have to use it this time. I have to use it this one time, brother. This doesn't work for me. All right, so there that concludes Slash Tracks reviews first ever segment, questions and thoughts. I think we had a lot of fun with this. We're definitely keeping this moving
Yeah,
forward.
that's a good.
Um, let's do. So we already did first time seeing the film. We briefly discussed the plot. We did the questions and thoughts. Okay, let's do the typical Slash Tracks kind of breakdown, and then we'll rate the movie. Okay, Josh, favorite characters, least favorite characters.
I actually liked Randy. He's one of my him and his boyfriend. I thought were great characters. I love their romantic arc in the movie. Um,
Yeah,
Dookie Driver, I thought did a phenomenal performance. I've never seen somebody fill their pants so eloquently in the movie.
I've never
Um,
seen anybody shit themselves on screen better than him. Wettest Dookie ever captured on screen.
it
Mo
was
Driver.
it was Oscar worthy, not the Academy Awards. There's just a guy named Oscar.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I agree. Why don't you leave them poor britches alone?
Them bitches have had enough.
He's into that sort of thing.
What? Who are your actual favorite characters? Will you be serious? God.
Hey, Oscar,
Josh.
what'd you think? What'd you think of that? Ah! Hey, Oscar, what'd you think? He filled them pants real good. Okay.
Two thumbs up. Two britches loaded up.
Lord, I ain't never seen britches take a whooping like that.
I told you, them britches don't stand a chance.
Hell.
Okay.
Favorite characters.
I hated Zeuss.
Okay.
Um, I did like Randy, all kidding aside.
Ugh.
It was cool to see Pellegrino that early on. I liked Brell. He was a great villain,
Mhm.
and it was an over the top movie, and he was over the top, so it was great. I thought Hogan could have done something more than just play himself. You know, he could have done something a little different with the character. Seriously, he wrote the script.
It's Hogan, but it's Rip.
Yeah, it could have been like maybe he was a technical wrestler or he had an accent. He could have tried something. You know, oh, that scene where they're at the restaurant and he speaks French for a second. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was going to mention that earlier. You could tell he like rehearsed that over and over and over again to get that out.
I wonder if Andre helped him do that because Andre is French and they were good friends.
Okay, I'm gonna get serious. Least favorite characters were Zeuss, the trainer, and Rip. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like I feel like he was just Hogan playing Hogan, and he could have been something better. And it's not because I don't like Hulk Hogan. Like, as watching as an adult, I feel like he was very lazy. As a kid, I loved Rip. He was my favorite character. And I'm going to base my score on child Josh, by the way, not adult Josh. Kid Josh, Rip was my favorite. Adult, I feel like he would just lazily played himself, and he was phoning it in whenever he was trying to do this, like the acting in the movie. But if I'm going by like memorable characters and stuff, he wasn't memorable. Brell was great. Kurt Fuller, yeah, Kurt Fuller really brought his A game to a B movie. For real.
I agree with you. My favorite character is Brell. Just over the top, crazy, like totally bought into the character and let it all out on. I believe that he was losing his mind gradually. Like he was an evil
Yeah.
character. I liked his lackeys, his two little studio lackeys. I thought they were funny. They were obviously there for comedic relief. Um, I really enjoyed the wrestler that they first meet, where they come up with the idea for the guy who says teeny bitty wangers.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
He's a real wrestler in real life. Slashaholics, his name escapes me, but he was a very popular wrestler for a long time in real life.
I thought he was. I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, definitely. Like his character. And I enjoyed Rip. You can see Hogan's limitations as an actor in this. His where he's like at the Hogan wrestling camp, the Rip Thomas wrestling camp, and he's like, "You guys are both winners. You guys are doing great." It's like, dude, can we actually act like you're talking to kids and you're not just in a studio recording,
Yep.
as fast as you possibly can, redubbing the lines.
Agree.
So I would say the bad guys were my favorite for sure. Least favorite characters. I don't know why the trainer's there. He's pointless. Makes no sense. They only have the trainer there so he has a connection to Zeuss. That's it.
That's it.
That is it. Not a fan of the girl, the love interest, because she's evil. She was working for Brell, and now she's sleeping with Hogan. Hogan just completely disregards everything she pulled. So as soon as she was like, "Oh, I'll sleep with you," now she's a baby face. Like, okay, whatever. And she constantly keeps getting Rip into trouble because she keeps getting kidnapped and stuff. She's like the princess of Mario. Like
He's the worst.
yeah, she's driving me nuts. Don't like Zeuss. Yeah, like zero range at all. I think if we played a drinking game where we counted a drink every time Zeuss says a line of dialogue, we'd be stone sober by the end of the show.
Yeah.
No, we'd be sober. But if we played a drinking game and every time he screamed or hit his chest, we'd be dead. Yeah, yes. Zeuss is a terrible character. I don't know. Not really a fan. The brother, I'm going to go the opposite here. The brother's only there to get his ass beat, so he has a reason to fight Zeuss. Yeah, not a big fan. I don't know. And
You
what's
didn't like
the
his
brother's
love arc? His
his romantic angle?
yeah.
I don't know if the girl if she's dating Randy, it's supposed to be his actual girlfriend.
Oh.
I don't think she has one line of dialogue in the entire film.
No, I think she's there because they were probably like, "Oh crap, dude, we really made it look like that's Randy's boyfriend." All right, let's just get a girl that just is with Randy constantly.
Hogan's like, love my little gay brother, dude. Love it. Totally into it, dude.
No, they're filming. They got their first set of dailies in, and they're watching them, right? And Mark Pellegrino's there, and Hogan and Vince is like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "Oh, I love it, guys. My boyfriend, like the character, I think that we go together really well, and I like what you're progressive. You're doing something that a lot of Hollywood isn't doing right now."
Ahead of his
And they're
time.
like, and Vince and Hogan's like, "Oh shit, brother. What do you mean? Starting tomorrow, get a woman sitting next to him in every scene."
Yeah. We're gonna get an extra because we don't want to pay her for dialogue.
Yeah,
She's
it's
just gonna be in the scene.
they just realized though that they made the character very.
They look at each other. Hogan's on the shitter. Oh no, dude. Okay. Favorite parts of the movie, least favorite parts of the movie.
Oh god, the whole thing. So good, so bad, it's great. The scene behind me is probably my favorite.
The Dookie scene.
Yep, I can just see Vince and Hogan like being 12-year-olds during that weekend.
Yeah.
Like probably one of them did like blow up the bathroom. And like the other one's out of the room. They show up. Oh my god, what's that smell? And
We got to write that into the movie.
yeah, he's like Dookie. He's like Dookie.
Yeah, pal. I just Dookied. What of it?
Hotel rooms, man. Oh my god. If you're gonna blow it up, go to the lobby.
Oh, for sure. Because hotel rooms don't even have a bathroom window.
Right. Yeah, I know it's horrible. You can't run away.
Yeah. Goes right into the living room and the little kitchenette area.
But then you don't have to worry about Oscar peeking his head in.
2 thumbs up. There's got to be one other favorite part.
Okay, my favorite parts of the movie. the scene at the bar the first time they go,
Yeah.
just seeing how uncomfortable the toadies are.
Yes.
Least favorite parts that were like cringy to me was the first meeting of the network when they're watching like the Saturday night's main event or whatever. We got to have him on our network. Anytime they say battle of the tough guys is my least favorite. And the final fight was just really overwhelming and just it just wasn't worth the build up.
Favorite parts when they first go to the bar, itty bitty wangers, limousine ride. The part where Hogan busts out of the top of the limousine ride still holds up to this day for me. I love that scene. It's great. Yeah, I like it. I know it's over the top. It's just a lot of fun.
No holds barred, man. That's fine.
That was great. I like some of the stuff where Zeuss is fighting in the no holds barred tournament. That's kind of fun seeing him fight other tough guys. That's kind of neat. One of my favorite scenes, I think, is when Hogan is in the cafe and they have the food fight and he's fighting which, by the way, don't ever do that, Slashaholics. If you're in a cafe and burglars come in, just give them your pot roast, give them your money. Like, don't start throwing pies at them because they'll shoot you.
Exactly.
So it's, even though that scene is really fun, I was thinking the whole time, like, Rip is going to get shot. Like, that's what I was thinking.
We skated over that, and I didn't want to, like, say something and people think I'm being serious because I'm not fully on board with the Hogan was a full-on R word, you know, that rhymes with spacist. I don't think he was full on, but that scene did feel very much like, can we get a scene in there where, you know, it's like everybody loves me no matter where I go, you know, like he's got all these Southern friends and multi-minority friends at this diner, you know, it's like, oh, Rip.
Yeah, well, you know, okay, since you brought it up, the cat's out of the bag. When that whole scandal came out with that sex tape and the racism stuff came out, I was so confused because Hogan was like actively like traveling, working with Mr. T. He had a lot of, like, he wrestled a lot of African American wrestlers. He had friends in the business that were African American. Little kids, there's Make-A-Wish video of him making a wish for little kids that were dying of cancer and stuff that were African American. It was weird. It conflicted with what I saw, and maybe that's what he wanted us to see. I don't know.
You know, it could have been for show, you know, and then he might have really been hateful for all we know. But like, I just never believed he was full on. But that scene felt like he was trying to create an image opposite.
Yeah.
You know, it really felt like it was in the movie to make it look like. Yeah.
Everybody loves Hulk. Sort of thing. Yeah.
Like he's got friends of every, you know, race, creed, and stuff. So
I can see that. Okay. And I would say least favorite parts, the ending fight scene. I'm confused. Is Zeuss really that strong? Like, because if there's no kidnapping of the girl, Rip beats him in like 5 minutes. Like, so I don't understand. Is Zeuss really Rip didn't train for this fight, and he's still fine. So Zeuss is a nobody, I guess.
What's really funny is the dude wanted wrestling on his network and instead put on UFC. The bar even had an octagon for the ring, but no,
octagonal ring.
Octagonal. Hey, what did I say that one time? Continuity instead of continuity.
Yeah.
No, it's just funny at the end. He tells him to take a dive, and it's like, brother, you don't have to tell me to take a dive. Like, I'm a wrestler. Just book the match. Am I going over or am I not?
What else did I not like? I didn't like the fact that Rip throws that guy from his motorcycle into a tree. I don't like the scene. Like, I guess the ending fight scene is still what I'm talking about, where the post is in the ring and Zeuss falls on it.
Yeah.
Like, he's done for. I don't really understand. Like, Brell did not have to die. He could have just been arrested.
Right. Yeah. And the crowd cheering it.
Yeah. That was not in good taste. That didn't make sense. The crowd cheering, like you said, makes no sense. They have no backs. They have no reason to cheer for the death of a network executive. By the way, the death of a network executive who is currently running the #1 channel in America. They like this channel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. Hogan's acting is really bad. Not believable in a lot of instances. Um, what parts I already said the parts I like, the bar scene, the pie scene, the pie, like the food fight. And it was just fun to see, him busting out of the limo. It was just fun to see Hogan as a kid. Seeing Hogan in a full-length action movie was a lot of fun, and I was definitely down for it as a kid,
It's
for
like
sure.
Rock and Wrestling, the live action movie.
Yeah, I just think that he was so limited as an actor, and they like didn't really know what they were doing as writers that it's painfully obvious. I don't know. Does the movie hold up today, Josh?
No,
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 no.
I can't get.
None
I
of
don't even need to give an explanation. Just
Yeah, no, I mean, just no, it doesn't hold up today. This movie would not come out today. It
no.
wouldn't be successful today. It's, I don't even know that it held up then.
No.
How about that? Yeah, I don't even think it held up in '89. Um,
Was it fun? Yeah, it was fun. It's a fun
oh,
movie. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I've watched this movie 5 or 6 times in my life. I own it.
Watch it. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say if you can watch it on VHS, if there's a way to do it, it's just the best way to watch this movie. I tried watching it on DVD and like on streaming, but the VHS just made it feel like I was there, like I'd rented
Yeah.
the tape. It was so great.
Um, all right. What else do we got? Oh, okay, this is the last part. Rate the film. How many dookies out of 4, Josh?
Uh, Oscar's gonna be mad at me for this because he'd probably give it a 4. Um, I'm gonna give it a. Oh yeah, take this.
Ah!
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Oh wow. Wow.
Well, I told you I'm rating it as a kid. If I rated it as a kid, it would be like a 3.5 or a 4. But I'll tell you this much. As I watched it, I did not get bored. I laughed my ass off. Sometimes at the movie,
Yeah.
but a lot of times with the movie.
Okay.
It was fun. It's not dull, it's not boring. Movies are supposed to entertain you. I was definitely entertained. Even if sometimes I was like, oh my God, well, he's dead. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but no, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. And yeah, 2.5 Dookies, man. Sorry, Oscar.
It was like I said, it was like a cartoon came to life on screen.
Yep.
And I was entertained the whole time. I was actually amazed at how fast the movie went by. It didn't drag at all.
Mm-mm. Good big
I agree
movie.
with you. 2.5 out of 4 Dookies.
I thought you were gonna give it like a lower score because you were surprised I gave it 2.5.
No, I thought you were gonna give it like a 1.5.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
No, so that Slash Trax, Slashaholics, if you're keeping score at home, no holds barred, 2.5 out of 4. That does mean we recommend the movie for you guys to watch it at home. I think you can watch it for free on Tubi, right? Or like somewhere. It's available somewhere
But
streaming.
if you have a VHS, watch
Yeah.
it that way. And if you have a VCR, I'll send you the tape to watch. You just have to send me the tape back. So
That movie is worth a lot of money. I don't think Josh is going to be
yeah,
sending
I'm
that
not
tape
really
out.
gonna send. I'll record
Yeah.
it. I'll dub it onto another tape for you.
Yeah, I think No Holds Barred on VHS is actually like $50 to $100. Like I think they didn't even print a lot of them. Like it was hard to get it then.
I've got the version with that cover on it behind you, I think.
That's I think is the one you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll
I've
Google
shown
it.
it. I've shown it on screen before.
All right, Josh. That's a wrap on No Holds Barred. That's the review. We watched the movies. You're a lucky bum. You got to see it on VHS. I watched it on DVD. One of the most bare bones, worst versions ever on DVD. No special features, no trailer, nothing.
Oh,
Go out of your way to watch it. It's a lot of fun. It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
it is.
It's a good way to spend an hour and a half or less.
And I can put my dislike for an actor aside to have fun with the movie, especially one that I loved so much as a kid. It is worth watching if you really do have it on VHS or can get it. Watch it that way. It's it took me back. It really did. Like with the tracking and having to wait through the opening and everything. So yeah.
Hey, can I ask you one more question before we do the channel business and end the show?
Uh-huh.
What do you give Randy and his friends romance out of 4?
Oh, 4.5, man. They
Oh,
they have fireworks, man. There's like a real spark there.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Great love story. Better than Samantha and Rip, for
Oh,
sure.
beyond,
Yeah.
beyond. They don't have to like laugh crazily before laying each other down. Um, we didn't bring that up during the recording. You want to bring that up real quick? That was something you wanted to touch on.
Oh, I just thought it was, yeah, Josh was talking. It's just funny that like right before he's about ready to rip her, they're just laughing crazily, and this is romance. They're just laughing crazily as he's laying her down, and he's gonna put her shoulders to the mat, and he's gonna go over, brother. It makes no sense. Why did they write that? I have no idea.
Maybe Hogan and the actress couldn't keep the straight face while they're doing the scene. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it was
not
really weird.
forced and weird and just out of pocket. Josh, hit the Slashaholics with the channel business, and let's get back to our real lives.
Here you go. Channel business.
Ah!
All right, folks. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is to subscribe, click the like button, click the bell, drop a comment, and tell people about the channel. If you want to go the extra mile, you can do a super thanks comment below. You can join the Patreon. You can become a channel member. You can do a one-time PayPal, Cash App donation, all kinds of cool stuff. Hit the merch store up. I've got 3 books for sale now, by the way. Check that out. Be sure to watch Slash Trax Saturday morning, Slash Trax reviews, everything we got. There's shorts galore that are coming out every day. So that's fun to keep up with. Yeah, I think that's it. If you want to holler at us, what's the email?
Flashtracks2020@gmail.com. And if you are a fake company saying we used copyrighted material that is clearly a phony scam, don't bother writing us. We're good.
Yeah, we don't even use music anymore. That's not, made by us.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, be excellent to each other. Thank you all so much for watching. Try to stay sane inside insanity, folks, and rip it. Say goodnight, Alex.
Good night, Alex. Mahalo dogs. Rip it.
Rip it.